Hello, hi beautiful. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be discussing everything there is to know about the Rephr Holiday Sale, about the new launches that Rephr is having this holiday season. We're going to talk about prices, the brushes. I'm going to be applying the products, and I would love it if you guys have some questions. We're going to answer questions towards the end of the video on like what fits where and what brushes I recommend the most and all of that. Thank you so much to everybody who is tuning in. Hi Julie, hi Jilly, hi Susie. Hey Lorna, how's it going? Susie's actually right here sitting next to me. She sends you kisses too. Alrighty. Hey, how's it going? Yes, another live. I really like the one that I did on Friday, and I usually put the Rephr launch details inside other videos, but I feel like there is a lot launching tonight at midnight. The link, by the way, is down in the description box. I also pinned a comment with the link if you guys are interested. Hey, Annie, Bethany, Blooming Rose, how's it going? So you can find the link in the description, is also the link that is pinned. My husband is actually going to help me moderate in case you guys have any questions or anything like that. He's downstairs. And what I was saying is I usually put the information on Rephr releases inside other videos, but because there is so much launching tonight, I wanted to do a little bit of a separate dedicated video on the launch, and I can just show you the way I use my brushes and what my favorite Rephr brushes are and all of that. I feel like the bundles, the eye bundles particularly, are really good this time because they have all of my favorite brushes in them. Alrighty, so let's see. Yes. Well, let me tell you about Rephr brushes. If it's the first time you hear about them, I do mention them in almost every video because I am obsessed. They are Japanese handcrafted brushes made with natural hair, which makes them the softest brushes ever. Now, Japanese brushes have extremely high quality and they are usually extremely expensive too. So my favorite thing about Rephr is that they make the prices quite accessible. They're still high-end luxury brushes, but I feel like they just have the best deals and the brushes work just as good as the $300 brush sets that you see out there. I don't personally own any Sonia G brushes. I don't think. No, I don't. So I can't compare them to those, but I do have some Wayne brushes, and then Morphe, Sephora brushes, and all of that we can compare. So now that we have quite a few of you on here, let's just go ahead and go through the bundles, the prices, and what you get. So the first bundle that they're going to have, let me actually open my email so that I can tell you like the name of the bundle. I am the worst at names. I never remember the name of everything. I call my mothership palettes 1 through 9 because it confuses me, the names of them. So the first one is the flagship eye set. And that one has brushes 1, 2, and 3, which are kind of like their core eye brushes. Brush number 1. Let's see. Brush number 1 is this one right here, is a beautiful pinched blending brush. Number 2 right here in the center is like an amazing flat brush. And then number 3 is just like the greatest pencil brush for the under eyes. Both eye brush sets are going to have these 3 brushes, 1, 2, and 3. And also they're both going to have brush number 29, which is a liner brush. Now, the brushes that change are the crease brushes. So the first brush set that I'm talking about has brushes number 15 and number 12. I absolutely love brush number 15 to diffuse the crease of my eye. This is actually my favorite brush for my crease. However, they did also make a brush set or flagship eye set for hooded eyes. So the hooded eyes brush set looks like this, right? So like I said before, we have the first 3 brushes that are the same, brushes 1 through 3, which are essential. The eyeliner brush is the same one, and then for hooded eyes, instead of brushes number 12 and number 15, we have brushes number 13 and 14, which you can see are very different and a lot smaller from 15 and 12. Let me put them right here side by side so you can see them. So the two thicker brushes are brushes 12 and 15, and the thinner brushes are brushes 13 and 14. I do absolutely love brushes 13 and 14. My eyes are hooded, but I also love brush number 15 right here. So my recommendation, and I'm going to tell you just from the beginning, is to get the hooded eye set and then just get brush number 15. Every single Rephr brush is going to be discounted at 20% off of the price. So besides the bundles, which have amazing discounts, the bundles are actually discounted. The eye sets, their original price is $120 and the sale price is $72, which comes out to be $12 a brush. Besides those discounts on the bundles, which are definitely the best, the whole website is going to be discounted at 20% off. So my recommendation as far as the eye brushes is to get the hooded eye flagship set, and then just add brush number 15, and I'll talk about some other some of my other favorite brushes in a second, but that would definitely be what I would do, because brushes number 13 and 14 I always use to blend out right underneath my eye, and brush number 14 can be used for underneath the eye or also to diffuse the crease. I will get to the comments in a second, but I wanted to mention that the brushes will also come with acrylic organizers, and those are complimentary with your order. So let me reach for mine right here. If you order the brush sets, they come with these two right here. They are magnetic. So you get one that you can put lipsticks inside of, and this one right here is kind of like a squared one that is divided. So these are going to come for free with any of the eye set purchases, which I think is incredible, and we will continue talking about those sets in a second. And the 15, yes. The hooded eye set and brush number 15 for sure. Since we're talking about what else to add, I also love brushes number 28 and number 26. So my actual recommendation is, let me see. See, I love this one. It's like a perfect flat brush. And this one right here, the brush number 26, when I first when I first received it, because it was like a new brush that they released, I wasn't sure like what to use it for, but I always use it for underneath my eye, and it's perfect for like the inner corner highlighter and like dragging it in a little bit. I love this one. So the hooded eye set, and then brushes 15, 26, and 28. And you are set for doing any eyeshadow look you can possibly imagine. Now the other set, which is actually the new set for Rephr, is this one right here, and this one has two face brushes, and this one's actually considered an eye brush. So the set from tonight on the 19th through the 31st is going to be discounted at 40% off of the price. So it's going to, the original price is $226 for these three, and for during the sale, which is again going to be from October 19th through the 31st, you can get these for $136. These brushes are new. This one here I've been using to put primer on my eyelids. I really like it for that. If you use color corrector and you want a precise application. Hi Michelle, how are you? You can absolutely use it for that. And then we have this one here, which is great for cream foundation. I will be demoing all of this in a second. Cream foundation, cream contour works fantastic for that. And this right here is brush number 30, which is great for powder or bronzer. I absolutely love that one. Besides that, I also really love brush number 5 for blush. I use it every single day. And brushes 22 and 24 are also amazing. I have all these brushes. Can you get the organizers only? You can absolutely also purchase the organizers only. The organizers are going to be on the website, and as the rest of everything that is going to be launching, they're going to be 20% off. But if you buy any more brushes, then you'll also get some organizers for free. So he's going to be giving the organizers away with brush purchases. But if you already have all of the brushes, you're good on brushes, you don't need any more Rephr brushes, then you can absolutely also just buy the organizers on their own, and they're going to be 20% off. Let me show you, I have some pictures right here of exactly what you get when you buy the different sets. So this right here is the eye brush collection. I am the worst with names, I'm telling you. The flagship eye set. So those are the brushes I was talking about, and the 2 organizers that you get with that one. Then we have the hooded eye one, which comes with the same organizers and brushes number 13 and 14 instead of 12 and 15. Then we have the face brush set, and when you buy this one, you get a lot more organizers. So you get the same set that you get with the eye brushes, but then you also get 2 of these right here. Let me lift mine. Okay, we lost the palette. This right over here, which is like a palette organizer. You get 2 of those plus this one here where you have, well, I have, but you can also have lipsticks or brushes. And then this one here is just like a square one with a divider. It's kind of hard to show because they're black, but they're really, really useful. And I actually have a picture right here of exactly how I'm using them. So I have my palettes back there, and I will show you guys everything that fits in these palette organizers in a second. So that's one of them, and the other one I just got out of the bag to show you. And then the rest of mine I have right here next to my camera. So instead of putting my brushes in them, because I already have a different place where I love to have my brushes, what I have is this little setup right here. So I have lip liners, eyeliners, liquid eyeliners, my eyebrow pencils, my skincare, and then the lipstick one that I just showed you, all together back there. And like I said, these are sorry, I just read a comment and got distracted. Like I said, these are magnetic, so they just go together so super nicely. You can move them around and they kind of go side to side with one another. And so I've been absolutely I feel like this was exactly what I needed too, because I just had a bunch of cups with my different eyeliners and lip liners and all of that, and I can just have them right there in front of me, and they just look so much more neat than they did before. So I absolutely loved when I put together that organizer. Chef's kiss. It is amazing. Doesn't it look so amazing, Denise? Thank you. I agree. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, guys, if you are watching, and let's just go ahead and start doing some makeup. So because I promised you guys a Wild Chameleon 3 looks 1 palette, and I under-delivered because it's not gonna happen anymore. I have the Wild Chameleon palette right here, and I thought, what better way to do this than to actually do a couple of looks with the Wild Chameleon. And every time you guys ask me, hey, are you ever going to make that video that you promised us and never did, I'm going to say you can see the looks on my Rephr video. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and start with brush number 15. I always start with brush number 15 because it is the best for blending out the color on my crease. Thank you so much, Shelby. And I'm going to get this color right here in the center. And I'm going to make you guys come closer, actually. Here we go. Okay, so brush number 15, my favorite for my crease when I want to just diffuse the colors back here. This is that color, my favorite one for transition work, basically. So, yes, isn't he the best? Alrighty. So see, that brush just helps to blend out the crease so easily, and it helps me diffuse the color of my crease into nothing, which I love. The second brush I always reach for is brush number 1. This is a workhorse brush right here. I use it for everything. It can go underneath the eye, on the outer corner, on the crease. It does everything. So I'm going to go in this shade right here, and we are going to just darken up the outer corner of the crease ever so slightly. Just blend it back and forth, and I do find that the natural hair brushes definitely help me blend out my shadow faster than when I use synthetic, particularly for my eyes. I swear by these brushes for my eyes. I feel like sometimes for the face, it doesn't really make as much of a difference if I use a natural hair brush to a synthetic hair brush, but for my eyeshadow, I find that I am so much faster when I use my natural hair brushes. I wash my brushes the same whether they're synthetic or natural. I have this, I forgot the brand, but it's this soap that I buy at Target, and I wash it with it. And I just rinse them and let them dry overnight. And then what I do use every single day of my life to clean my brushes is this right here. This is from Sephora. After I'm done with the live, I will make sure to link it below. I actually uploaded a video yesterday where I was talking about my top 10 Sephora favorites under $20, and this is on there. So this is my daily brush cleaner. You spray it on a paper towel, you just drag your brush in there, and the brushes come out clean. And that's mainly what I use to clean my brushes. And then like once in a while, I will go and actually deep wash them. That's very funny, Michelle. I'm glad that you have all my favorite Rephr brushes. I just swear by these. They're so good. Okay, so I'm going to use my number 2 brush, and I'm going to go into this color right here. And I like this brush because it just packs a lot of color on the eyelid. And I'm just going to tap it and swipe it on the center of my eyelid. The soap that I use is also what did you call it? A solid soap. Also, Rephr has, actually, I should have mentioned this, Rephr has a solid brush soap that you can also get to wash their brushes with. I have one, but I haven't tried it yet because I've been working through the Target soap. It's Dr. Bronner's, maybe? Something like that. Okay, I'm going to go into the lighter gold shade right here. Same brush, and I'm just going to use that one on the inner part right here. And I'm still using my Rephr number 2 brush. Okay, just for fun, I'm going into this palette with this one here for a highlight shade. And look, I love this one for inner corner highlighter because it just fits so perfectly right here. So this is one of the brushes that I recommend getting besides the set. This is brush number 26, and I absolutely love it. Okay, I had a little bit of fallout. And before I finish the look, or should I finish the look first? Let me just finish the look, why not? So I'm going to brush number 13, which comes in the Hooded Eye set, which I love. And I'm going to go with this color here and blend it right underneath my eye. That is hilarious. Okay, I'm glad that you're saying that because I love the Rephr brush curler, but I don't have anything to compare it to. So what Michelle said, sorry, was that the Rephr eyelash curler put her Kevin Aucoin curler to shame, and I just never got into using eyelash curlers until I tried the Rephr one, and now I'm obsessed and I use it every day. But I really don't have a point of comparison because I never liked any eyelash curlers before. Alrighty. So that is that shade blended underneath my eye. And let's do a different look on the other side. Let me go back to my Rephr number 15. This brush is a must-have. I use it every single time for every single look. I love it. So once again, just because I feel like this is the more transition-y color in this palette, I'm going to start with this one. And we are going to transition back and forth here with it. And we'll use some burgundies on this eye. Thank you, by the way, to everybody who tuned in to watch the live. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much, Michelle, for sharing your knowledge. She said that it goes through the length of your whole lash line, and that's why it's better and it's more comfortable. Thanks, Julie. Alrighty. So I'm going to go into my burgundy shade up here, once again with my Rephr number 1 brush. This is a clean one, not from the other eye. And I'm going to start packing the color on the outer corner here. And I'm just packing it first by tapping my brush in the outer corner. And I'm going to start blending it into the crease. Oh no. I always try to be very, thanks Julie, I always try to be very careful to make sure that I'm not pulling my lash when I curl it. I curl it close to my lash line, but I don't, I am so sorry. I curl it close to my lash line, but I don't feel like it pulls on my lash. It's supposed to just bend it, not feel uncomfortable. Or at least that's just the way I do it. But um, I have heard stories, not with this lash curler in particular, but just in general, that it could sometimes do that. Yeah, I don't tug at my lashes. Alrighty, so I'm blending that purpley shade into my crease. I know that my beautiful, beautiful friend Tara Lynn had an issue with, I think it was a different lash curler, maybe the Shiseido one, that she pulled her lashes out too. And I was scared to use a lash curler. Well, when that happened to her, I didn't use a lash curler at all. I had never gotten into using them. And then when Rephr came out with theirs, I was kind of scared. I need to pace myself because that happened, and I had never consistently used one before. But I just tried to be very, very careful. Okay, so here we go. That's that purpley shade blended. I'm going in with my Rephr number 28 brush now, just to show you. This is another one of those brushes that I highly recommend adding to your cart besides the set because it just is my favorite flat brush. I like this one a little bit better than brush number 2 because it's thinner and I can get a little bit more precision with this one. The number 2 is more like faster to work with, but with this one you can be a little more precise. Alrighty, so I'm just tapping that shade all over my eyelid. The gold palette is the freaking best. Hey Blanca, how's it going? Alright, back with my number one, just blending my crease, making sure that that shimmer shade looks nice up there. And then whatever, back with this brush. Back with this brush, I'm going to grab this purple shade. This is, again, my number 28 brush, and we're putting the purple right on the inner corner here. And I also, with this one, I like to define my crease here. It's the best for that. Okay, with my Rephr number 14, I'm going to this shade right here, the darkest of them all. And I'm going to do something that I love doing with brush number 14, which is darkening up the outer corner of my eye in a way that the color doesn't go too high on the crease. It just makes everything nice and intense. And start blending it into the crease shade. Just like this. See, this brush gives you a lot of precision. So if you have smaller eyes or hooded eyes, definitely get the hooded eye set, because it is going to be the freaking best at just making sure that things don't get out of hand, that things aren't overwhelming, and that everything stays exactly where you want it to stay. Look how, ooh, I like this eye look. That looks good. Okay, let's finish it up. I'm going back with my Rephr number 3 this time, and I'm going to use the darker shade once again and go like halfway in underneath my eye with that darkest eyeshadow shade right there. And back with my Rephr, I'm going to use the number 26 this time. I'm trying to just show you all of my favorite brushes and what I use them for, so that you can complete your collection. If you have a few brushes and you just want to add a few more, now that they're going to have 20% off of everything, you can just grab single brushes that you can add to your collection if you don't need the set, to just have all of the best eye brushes. So with this one, I'm going into this color here. This is the pointed number 26. It's like a big pencil brush, and I'm going to put it on the inner half of the eye and also just blend out that under eye shade with my number 26 brush. There we go. Yes, this video will be saved, so if you are catching me a little late and you want to make sure to go back to the beginning where I explained everything, you can absolutely do that, because it'll be saved on my channel. I think I'm done with my eyeshadow. Let me just do a little bit of an inner corner highlighter. I'm going back with this palette and this shade right here. This is my Rephr number 2 brush this time. I needed inner corner highlighters from that Chameleon palette. So I'm going to put this one right here. And I know I look very weird right now because I have concealer on, but I don't have foundation on yet, because I wanted to do my foundation on camera so I can demo the new foundation brush from Rephr. So I have like a little bit of concealer on my eyes. I now have eyeshadow on, but I don't have any makeup in the rest of my face. So I think I used all of the eyeshadow brushes that I absolutely love and recommend. You can see which ones come in the different sets and just add whichever ones you want besides those to your collection. And let's go ahead and do some foundation. So this brush right here, the new brush. Hi Nina. It is amazing for cream products, and it is amazing to blend out like a liquid contour, liquid blush. I love it for all of that. Now I have tried it a couple of times with different liquid foundations, and I personally do not love it for liquid foundations. I find that I haven't found a natural hair brush that makes my liquid foundations go on super smooth, and not have any streaks. I always end up like blending them out with this one and then having to go back with a different brush or a different sponge to make sure that it looks super smooth. With cream though, I absolutely love it. So we're going to use the Kierways, I think that's how you say that, cream foundation, which I got recently, and as you can see, I've been loving it. And we are going to put this foundation on. Oh, I didn't talk about the brush number 12, and let me tell you why. It's actually not one of my favorite eye brushes from Rephr. I use this one a lot when I do Natasha Denona eyeshadows, because it is a really good brush for the Natasha cream matte shades, because it's just a really good brush for cream shades in my opinion. But otherwise, I don't feel like it blends as well as the rest of the ones that I showed you do. So number 12 is a good brush, and it's really good if you do, again, cream eyeshadows, but it's not the best for powders in my opinion. Or maybe my eyes are just too hooded for it. Alrighty. Hey Alicia. So see, for cream, it does an absolutely fantastic job. It leaves no streaks, no patchiness, nothing. I really, really love it for cream. But I think it's just that most of my liquid foundations that I use are very, very liquidy. And so for the very, very liquidy foundations, I find that it does leave some streaks behind. I think for the KVD Good Apple foundation, this one would definitely work. I think I've used it for my Milani cream foundation that I got recently, and I do really like it for that one. Mima says she uses a number 12 brush for diffusing harsh lines on smaller eyes. I do agree that if you do have some harsh lines, it does do a really good job at diffusing those. But I don't know. I just don't reach for it a lot. It's good, but it's just, I'm obsessed with 13, 14, and 15. So those are the ones that I always go for. Alrighty. Remember, if you're going to shop the sale, to please use my link. It is an affiliate link, which means I make a small commission from your purchase, which, you know, helps out my channel. So I really appreciate it. Alrighty, so blending the foundation on the forehead here. I'm going to put a little bit over my concealer because I had a little bit of fallout from this colorful eyeshadow. Did you guys like the eyeshadow looks, by the way? I feel like I can now say that I did some more looks with the Chameleon palette, and my mind is at peace. Because every once in a while, someone's like, are you going to upload that video? And I'm like, I don't know. Okay, so let me get my Pat McGrath concealer real quick because I had a little bit too much eyeshadow on this inner corner. Let me just add a little bit more on both sides. You know what? I think this is a perfect opportunity to use my brush number 32. I feel like it's really good for cream products in targeted areas. So this is the other brush that comes in that kit, brush number 31, and then this is 32. And this one I would recommend for cream eyeshadow. I love this one for cream eyeshadow, or for, again, just kind of like targeted concealer. It would be good, excuse me. It would be good for targeted concealer. But I wouldn't use it for like concealer all over because that's too much work. The Rephr company is the freaking best. They are super thoughtful. The reason that they can give you this super nice price on the eye sets is because they negotiated a better price with their manufacturer, and they always want to kind of pass on the savings to their customers. So that's why you're going to be able to get basically 3, 4, 5, 6 brushes at $12 each for the eye sets. Okay, so concealer and foundation are on. I have the Westman Atelier contour stick right here that we will use today. I link all of these products below in case you guys are interested. I kind of pulled them out and I'm like, let's decide now what we will use while we're live. And down here, I haven't pulled this thing out in a while and I really like it. So back with this brush, I'm just going to blend it. This brush is really good for any creams, for sure. So the one I'm using right now is brush number 31, which comes out at midnight. Is part of their holiday set. The one that I just used to blend my concealer comes in that set, and the one that I'm about to use for my bronzer also comes in that set. Alrighty. By the way, if anyone's watching this after, like in the future when we're not live anymore, I highly recommend to turn on the live chat so you can see what people are talking about while I'm live, because I feel like you guys are having the best conversations. I'm going to blend my nose contour here with the same brush. Plus, I feel like you can get the live experience if you just turn on the live chat, even though you're watching in the future. And let's blend my jawline. Thank you, Heather. Let's see. That was awesome what they did for Mel's family. I did also notice that they donated $10,000 for her family, for her funeral and all of that, and I just thought that was so kind of them. Okay, we are blended. So next, let's go to brush number 30 right here. And this Charlotte palette, which I absolutely love, and I'm just going to go on both shades, just back and forth, why not? And blend them around my face. So the eye set is going to be $72, which is discounted from $120. And the face set that I'm using right now with the 3 brushes is going to be $136, which is a 40% discount off of the $226. On the email they sent me, it says that the sale is going to be from the 19th, so tonight at midnight, to the 31st. So I'm thinking that after the 31st, the prices will go up to like their usual, like their normal prices. So if you're going to go for any of these, definitely take advantage of the sale while it's live. The new face bundle is going to be on the website tonight, along with the organizers. Let me show you a picture of the organizers in case you weren't here earlier. Those are mine right there, and I absolutely Love them. Midnight. It's usually at midnight that everything launches, and that is Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Gabriel, for sharing all of the things. Happy belated birthday, Michelle. Okay, thanks, Dominique. So, we have the bronzer blended with our new Rephr number 30, which again is part of this kit that is launching tonight. Let's use some blush. Oh, I forgot which blush I had picked. So I had actually picked a cream blush so that I can use this brush with it too, because I wanted to show you different ways in which you can use them. So this is the Rare Beauty blush in Nearly Neutral, and I'm just going in with the brush that I was using, and I'm going to blend it on my cheek. And over here. I got the most subtle blush because I didn't know what eyeshadow I was going to have on today. So I wanted to not overdo it. Okay, that's the blush on. Love, love, love. I'll show you though, another blush that I always use, this is like a brush that I use daily, is this one right here. This is my Rephr number 5 brush, and this is usually what I use for my powder blush, just like this, because I just feel like it has the perfect size for blush. Alrighty. What else? Highlighter. Okay, now for highlighter and under eye powder from Rephr, I love brush number 18. So I'm going to first use it for my under eye setting powder because I haven't done that yet. Right here, this is my Pat McGrath powder, and I'm just going to blend a little bit of it right underneath my eye, right here. A little bit on the forehead, nose, chin, around my mouth. Glitter or shimmer eyeshadows. For glitter or shimmer eyeshadows, I would try brush number 28 is my favorite because you can get very precise up here, and it's a very thin flat brush. One that a lot of people also love is this one here, which is brush number 21. I didn't have this one for the longest time. I've only had it for a couple of weeks now, and I do still think that I prefer 28 over 21, but maybe I just haven't given this one enough of a chance yet, because I know that Mel Thompson, she used to always rave about brush number 21, and so I don't know, I need to continue to play with it, but 28 and 21, thanks Julie, are definitely my favorite ones for shimmer and glitters on the eyes. So back with number 18 here, and I'm going to use this highlighter, and we're going to highlight right up here. And here. Yes. Okay. Have we tried everything? I think we have. Let me give you a couple other recommendations for brushes that I really love. Like I haven't given you enough. But these two are also great brushes from Rephr. Brushes number 22 and 24. They're basically the same brush in different sizes, and I love them both. They're great for bronzer, all over powder, really nice ones. If you get the brush set that is launching, you'll already have a powder and bronzer brush that you can use. This one is a lot softer, and these are a little bit more densely packed. I feel like they all do the same thing. Again, when it comes to Rephr face brushes, while I really, really love them, and I do think that they are amazing, I feel like I don't see as much of that, like you need to have them all right now, as I do with the eye brushes. With the eye brushes, I push those like crazy because I feel like it makes such a legitimate difference in the way that the eyeshadow blends. That is incredible, and I feel like we all need the natural hair eye brushes. But for the face brushes, I go back and forth sometimes between natural and synthetic, and I truly just don't see as much of a difference as I do with the eye brushes. What do you guys think? Let me know if you have both, if you agree, or if you see a huge difference with the face brushes being natural hairs too. I'm going to, hi Terry, let's do some lipstick. I have Pat McGrath lip liner here. Yes. So, Denise, the eye brushes, definitely 100%. I think everybody needs them. The face brushes, like, you know, if you want them, obviously, you're going to love them. They are amazing, but I feel like it's not as much of a necessity, if we have to call it that, as the eye ones. Mima's like, I want them all. I need them all. They are all amazing. All right, let me do a little bit of lip liner. This one is Done Undone from Pat McGrath. I'm not sure how much they are going to be individually or if they are going to get sold individually right now. Their price before the 40% off is $226 for brushes 30, 31, and 32, all three of them together. But they're actually going to be 40% off, so the price for the three of them from the 19th through the 31st is $136. It's probably going to be a much better deal to get the set plus the organizers that you're going to get for free with the set than buying them individually with just 20% off, because you're getting 40% off the set. Okay, and then for lip gloss, we're going to do the Westman Atelier gloss oil thing. I love this stuff. Super juicy. Alrighty, I have my Patrick Ta mascara here. I'm going to do a little bit of mascara. And as far as whether I prefer Rephr over Wayne, I think somebody had asked that. I love my Wayne brushes, and I'm going to show you a couple of my favorite brushes from Wayne that I reach for all the time. But I would not have gotten, like, if I knew now if I knew then what I know now when I bought the Wayne brush set, I would have gotten a couple of brushes from Wayne rather than the whole collection, because I honestly barely use I barely used any of the eye brushes from the Wayne collection that I have. But I do use a couple of the face brushes like every single day, so I'll show you the ones that I use. And then for my eyes, I only ever reach for Rephr, honestly, because they have the best shapes. I don't really like, I know that the whole thing with the Wayne set was that the brushes were Japanese calligraphy brush inspired, and so he made them all like pointy, but you can't blend with those pointy brushes, or at least not as easily as you can with the regular shapes that like Rephr has. Again, let me finish putting my mascara on and we will talk about it. And I'm using the Patrick Ta mascara because I figured this one would be a good one that would go on pretty fast so that I don't have to layer it 1,000 times while I'm live. But I did need to put some mascara on because I was looking scary. What was Lorna's question? That was great. Hold on, I didn't see it. Do they offer Afterpay? I think they do. I think that they do offer Afterpay. Okay, just one more lash. It's so hard to put on mascara without opening your mouth. Okay. Done. Let me show you my favorite Wayne brushes. You're going to spot my favorite bronzer brush from Wayne because of how dirty it is. So, I bought Wayne's calligraphy inspired brush set. I have a whole video on it if you're interested. But out of the whole brush set, I use 2 brushes, and they are these 2 right here. Brush number 1, I use it for bronzer a lot. You guys can see how dirty it is. I need to clean it. And then brush number 3 is my absolute favorite brush from Wayne. It is amazing. And I use this one for under eye powder and for highlighter. It's the best. I have a second one which I can't find right now, but I bought 2 of them after they released individually. So I bought the set and then I bought one more when they released individually because I have one that I use for my under eye powder and one that I use for my highlighter. And number 3 is an absolute necessity. So get Rephr brushes and then get brush number 3 from Wayne, and you will be set. What are you guys talking about? They do offer Afterpay. You don't need a code. So everything at midnight should be appearing under the concept store. So you click on my link and then go to the concept store. There is a few things on the concept store right now, but at midnight, everything that we talked about in the video will be at the concept store. So you'll be able to see the regular eye set, the hooded eye set, the holiday face sets, and then the organizers should also be integrated into the website. And then, like we said before, you will get organizers with your purchase, which is amazing because the organizers are so good. I love that they're magnetic. We had questions about what fits in the organizers. So let me lift mine again. Hopefully I don't knock any powders, any palettes over this time. So on my organizers, I have the the Obsessions palettes. I knew that was gonna happen. The Obsessions palettes. Sorry. I'm so sorry. The Obsessions palettes from Huda right here, and this is what they look like. Besides these, there's also going to be a different organizer that is not slanted like this one, that is going to be all straight. I don't have that one to show you, but somebody had asked if you can fit Pat McGrath palettes into the organizers, and I am here to tell you that you can absolutely use these. Whoopsies. You can absolutely use these in here. Now you cannot use them with the box. So I have mine with the boxes back there. You can not put, nothing broke. You cannot put these in here with the boxes, but they do fit if you get them out of the box. I do prefer to put my mothership palettes. I do like to have my mothership palettes inside the boxes, but if you want to display them in your little organizer like this, they do absolutely fit. And I do think that this is the thicker eyeshadow palette I personally own, maybe besides the Kaleidos palettes. So the Kaleidos palettes, if you have any of those won't fit in the organizer, but most of the palettes in your collection should fit in the organizers, including the mothership palettes if you want to display them on there. Okay, I think I tried to use as many brushes as I could. I went over a couple of questions that I saw before I started the video. I know you guys have been answering each other's questions in the live chat, which I really appreciate. And let me know if you have any more questions. Otherwise, happy holiday Rephr shopping. Make sure to please, if you can, use my link to shop the sale. I would definitely really appreciate it. And let me know if you guys have any questions. I am all yours. I think I said everything I had to say. Yes, it does look safer when I put it horizontally, doesn't it? I have a mess to clean up when I'm done with this live. If I could buy one brush, which one should it be? If it was only one brush, probably brush number 1. I think that's the one that it's the most multi-use. I have heard a lot of people say, I've never tried Sonia G. That is in my must-try list. I might do it now that Beautylish is going to have a sale coming soon. So I've never tried Sonia G brushes, but I have heard a lot of people say that they prefer the Rephr over Sonia G, and I think it probably is because of the brush shapes. Plus Sonia G brushes are more expensive. Maybe I'll try Sonia G brushes and fall in love one day, but I have heard a lot of people say that they do prefer their Rephr ones. I do know that the Sonia G brushes probably have like cuter handles, maybe, I don't know, but Rephr brushes are just the freaking best. They are attainable, they are super soft, natural hair, super amazing. Top 3 brushes. Ooh, okay, so brush number 1, which I just mentioned. Top 3 brushes, just 3. We go from 1 to 3. Top 3. I really love 15. Ooh. I don't know, 3? I think I'm gonna say all blending brushes, because I mean you can always use your finger to like pat things on. So top 3 brushes would be brushes 1, 15, and 13. That's what I'm going to go for. No, I'm not. 1, 15. Where is my number 14? 1, 15, and 14. This is actually 13, but I don't know where. Oh, here it is. Still 3 blending brushes, but 1, 13, no, 1, 14, and 15. 1, 14, and 15. Those are my favorite 3, because the 15 is just great at like diffusing the crease super nicely. 1, again, you can do everything with it. If I had to pick one, this would be it. And then 14, you can do underneath your eyes with really easily, but you can also just deepen up things on the outer corner and inner corners really nicely. And then you can just like tap shimmers on with your finger if you had these 3. So 1, 13, no, 1, 14, and 15. I keep getting mistaken. 1, 14, and 15. I know, it is an unfair question, isn't it, Julie? But yeah, I think those 3 for sure. And then if I had to pick a 4th one, I would probably go with 28, so that you would have something to tap in your eyeshadow with. How long have we been live? An hour. You guys, I gotta go. I don't have anything to do, but I think I've been here for a while. I did not know it's been a whole hour. I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to shop my link if you are interested in any Rephr brushes and anything of what we talked about today. I really, really hope that this was helpful. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe before you leave. If you're not following me on my socials, I am at Patty C. Alonso on Instagram and on Twitter, and I'm actually at just Patty Alonso without the C on TikTok. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys so much. Roxana, hi. Thank you for being here. I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you back in the next video.